Stevens had a near flawless performance against the Boston Celtics in the first game of the Las Vegas Summer League. In this video, we're going to break down that performance and see his elite game reading and quick decision-making ability. Miami are going to run a double drag screen with Jaime flaring out on the three-point line and Keishard rolling to the rim. However, number 55 for Celtics does a great job of hard hedging Stevens and stopping the play. Right here is where Stevens realises that his man now has his back to him and he sees that number 27 is off balance. So he decides to curl inside the lane and shoot an open floater, but number 27 does a great job of recovering and getting a finger on the ball. Stevens is already looking to the wing by the time he catches the pass. He knows there will be an open man there as 4 defenders have collapsed inside the paint. This quick decision making is one of Stevens' biggest strengths and is why he can get so many of his teammates open looks. On this play, Khalil Ware sets a screen high above the three-point line so Jaime can curl inside and have a downhill open lane, while the 2 other Miami players sit in the corner to create spacing. This is a straightforward pass by Stevens, but still has to be completed with good timing for the play to work. This play starts with a ball screen between Ware and Jaime. As Jaime comes off the screen, he sees Keishard making a cut to the basket, but he slightly mishandles the ball and then it gets knocked around the perimeter until Stevens gets his hands on it. While all this went on, Jaime relocated to the bottom corner and his matchup steps up to be in gap defense. Stevens and Jaime clearly have great chemistry as it only takes Stevens 1 dribble and a split second to see Jaime cutting in from the corner to catch a lob pass. This play starts with Ware grabbing the board, Johnson making an excellent transition run, and Stevens getting his eyes up to look for early scoring opportunities. Right here is where Stevens has already made his decision to throw a lob pass for Johnson. He takes 1 dribble and puts that ball right on the money from half court. Here, Stevens and Jaime complete a handoff so that they can switch matchups, as Stevens must feel he can get into the paint easier against this man. Stevens starts well above the three-point line so he can get downhill into the paint. Once he gets here, he has 3 options to choose from. 1. Shoot the mid-range floater himself. 2. If Ware's man steps up to try and stop him, then throw the lob to Ware. Or 3. If the corner man rotates to Ware to put a body on him, then kick it out to his man to the corner, which is exactly what happens. It's about reading what the defense gives you and picking an option from there. Although this may sound simple, you only have a split second to make this decision. And more often than not, Stevens makes the right decision, and this is what makes him such a lethal playmaker. To start off this play, Stevens makes an excellent contested rebound and immediately takes off in transition. Right here is when Stevens notices Ware making a hard rim run and he makes a very difficult pass through 2 defenders look easy. This play is going to be another drag screen with Jaime flaring out to the three-point line and Ware rolling to the rim. As Stevens comes off the Ware screen, he sees Johnson's man in the corner has crept into the paint to stop Ware getting all the way to the rim. Although in doing this, he's left Johnson wide open in the corner and Stevens makes a quick pass to him for the open look from 3. And just notice the cheeky little wiggle that Johnson gives after hitting it. In this play, Ware sets a high screen and rolls hard to the rim, with Swider cutting through to the opposite side of the wing to make room in the lane for Stevens to drive into. Right here is when Stevens sees that the low man has decided to back up and take away the lob pass to Ware, so Stevens decides to throw up a little floater, which he's more than capable of making. This play starts with an inbounds pass to Walsh under the basket, but Swider does a good job staying tight, taking away the layup and forcing Walsh to make a bad turnover. Stevens is the one who makes the intercept catch, and as you'll see, he barely even looks because he already knows he'll have a man running in transition. Another incredibly quick decision by Stevens, resulting in an easy bucket. This is Stevens' easiest assist of the night. He passes the ball to Swider and lets him go to work. This is Stevens' last assist of the night, and it's one of my favourites because it's so simple yet so clever. Running in transition, Stevens lays off the ball to Christopher and gets it right back. Right here, Stevens decides to take one dribble inside the arc to draw Christopher's man towards him, and then he passes it straight back to Christopher, which gives him a slightly more open look. Great IQ being displayed here. The last play by Stevens is going to be him making an open jump shot. Christopher starts with the ball and drives into the paint, coming off a screen from Ware. As Christopher drives into the paint, no one picks up the trailing Stevens, which makes him wide open to receive a kick-out pass from Christopher. Stevens is not yet signed by Miami under a two-way contract, but I'm praying that one day, sooner rather than later, he gets that, because he's definitely shown that he deserves it. If you guys like watching this sort of video, please give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments. Everyone, please take care and go Heat.